So we keep getting a lot of questions about our prints, and I wanted to try and really do a deep dive. So this might be a little bit longer than a lot of our videos, but I really want to try and give you kind of a full overview of what different print styles and different core colors can do, so you can really start to play around and experiment and kind of see how wide your range of custom products could be. The way that I did this was I picked a couple of our best-selling prints, and we've like a wide range of different of the ways we can print it in different core colors. This one is going to be our fairy hair. It's one of our really popular ones, particularly on a transparent background. So the back here that's closest to me is printed as a transparent, and what that means is that we don't print any white. UV ink, and much like sublimation, is going to be a transparent ink. So when you print it transparent, there's not going to be, you don't have a white backer that's going to help make that color opaque. So any of our transparent prints are going to be transparent. You can see directly through them. That's great, especially when we kind of get into doing different core colors. So this is going to be on our silver holographic. This is transparent. This is on our regular silver glitter, which I definitely prefer that one. I'll put those back up so you can see. The left here is going to be regular silver. The right is going to be the silver holographic. And these are all printed transparent. So that's on clear. And then this is going to be on silver and gold mirror. So that's a transparent on silver, transparent on gold. And these are all of these, again, this is our transparent print. So there's no white printed up under it or behind it or anything like that. So it's going to be transparent, and it's going to take on some of the characteristics of the core color that you're printing on. In comparison, this is going to be our regular transparent. There it is. So in comparison, this is going to be standard, and this is also on a clear core. So both of these are clear cores. This is going to be our transparent. This is going to be standard. The standard is going to have a white print behind it. We actually print all of our clear, what I consider double-sided, which is where the back is going to be the same as the front. And then there's basically a layer of white ink in between it. So it's going to be nice, vibrant, bold, tons of color. And again, transparent, standard. So that's our transparent. This is our standard. Both of these are on clear. Both of these are clear core. So you can kind of help visualize the difference between transparent and standard print. When you're doing standard prints, all of them are going to have a white backer. So they're all going to be pretty similar on different core colors. So these are 3 different core colors. So the color is going to be fairly similar across the different core colors. But when you're doing a standard print like this with a different core color, what you can do is you can set that core color up to be whatever you want the engrave. So if I engrave each one of these, I'm going to get white, black, or a purple engraved color. So one thing with the standard prints that's really great is we have over 300 different core options. So if you're looking for a particular like pattern with a color engrave or something of that nature where you're looking to engrave, the standard print is pretty much what you're gonna want. Now you can still engrave on these, but you're not gonna get that high contrast you will with the standard print. One thing to keep in mind with the glitters, we don't really offer them as a standard core, only on the transparents. Once you start engraving these, that shiny finish is gonna go away, and you're not gonna really be able to see the glitter very well. It doesn't do well as a core color to offer an engrave. So it's a great, I absolutely love it for just a transparent image. I don't really do like the glitters as engraves though. So this is transparent, this is a standard print. If we printed the transparent on here, you would see, it would take on some of that purple underneath for the core color. For both of these, I could print so that you didn't see any of the glitter. So I could cover all the glitter. A standard print would do that. It would cover all of the glitter so you wouldn't see any glitter at all. But you don't generally want to do that on any of our glitter cores, because engraving it on a glitter core isn't going to show the glitter. It's not going to be a glitter engrave. It tends to take on a bit of a mattifying effect when you engrave it. It's not something that you can really get a great, I haven't found a way to get a really great engrave so that you see that glitter really well. So generally when you're printing or when we're doing anything on glitter cores, we want that transparent, because it's just going to make the pattern pop a little bit more,
okay,
and give you that glitter effect. So that's transparent versus standard. Now we're going to talk about scattered. I'm going to sort these a little bit. So scattered is going to be kind of like transparent and standard together. Basically, when you're printing scattered, you're gonna print a layer of white, but you're only printing white where you see the pattern. So this is our scattered confetti, and this is our standard confetti. Both of these are clear cores. The standard, again, you're gonna have a white background. The scattered, where you see white, we don't print a full layer of white. We only print white where there's pattern. So it makes it bold. It makes the pattern itself opaque, but it shows, instead of having a white background, anything that was background material becomes the color of the acrylic you're printing on. So this is going to be a standard. And much like the standards we just did, you want a white backer so that when you engrave, you're going to get an engraved color of pink or black, versus scattered, where you can almost change your background color to kind of give the whole thing a different like effect. Now, to make it even more confusing, the white is basically a standard and a scattered. So that'll engrave white, it's white. It's a white core. But these are going to be 4 different core colors: pastel pink, matte bubblegum, matte turquoise, and black. These are all printed scattered, so you can see how the background changes based on the core color. So when you're printing a scattered print, you can change your background by selecting whatever core color you want. Versus if you were doing something that was standard, which this is also a pastel pink that's standard. So it's got a white background. So that's going to be standard, and this is going to be scattered. And again, the way that this works is we do print white under it, because you really need white to help make color accuracy and to make colors vibrant, bold, and mostly opaque. But when you're doing scattered, you're only printing that white where the pattern is. So scattered is really great to change the background on a pattern and really customize the pattern to your liking. And then the standard is, once again, really great to make the pattern whole. It gives you this white backer, and then you can engrave it, and you can kind of change up your core engraved colors that way. So if you wanted this pattern and you want to engrave it a pink, you can absolutely do that. You can still engrave on the scattered, but you're not going to get a high contrast because the background color is going to be the same engraved color. So you can engrave on scattered. You're just not going to get the contrast that you would if you do a standard print. So scattered is really great to really customize a pattern. You can change your background color, change your core color, and really kind of make some of these patterns your own. One really good representative of that too is going to be these black and white checkered. So any of our black and white patterns, You can get them strictly as scattered, and only the black's gonna print. So for black, like our black and white checkered or polka dots or anything like that, we're only printing the black. So where you see white, you can make it your own. This is black and pastel aquamarine. This is black and I think Caribbean Sea. You know, you can add this to basically any of our 300 and however many core colors that we have listed right now, and really make your own checkered pattern or zigzag pattern or polka dot pattern or any of those. You can really just kind of make them your own, which is why the scattered option is really great. Same thing with the standard though. If you're trying to engrave and you want a black, or if you wanted, you know, if you wanted this Caribbean engrave, you would pick standard. This would be black and white checkered again, and then you'd get that bright pastel Caribbean once you engraved it.